What is Elrond Network? Elrond steps up the scalability and interoperability game and proposes two new major assets to the blockchain. The scope is to create a novel blockchain architecture which goes beyond state-of-the-art and is designed for practical scalability via adaptive state sharding and secure proof of stake, SPoS. In an ecosystem that strives for interconnectivity, their solution for smart contracts offers an EVM-compliant engine to ensure interoperability by design, thus ensuring that Elrond Network will be relevant in an ever-growing blockchain's environment. Elrond is a complete rethinking of public blockchain architecture, especially designed to bring a major overall improvement by being scalable, efficient, and secure while maintaining a sufficiently decentralized setting. To achieve this, the team introduce a novel adaptive state sharding mechanism, enabling scalability as more nodes join the network by parallelizing transaction processing. On a consensus level, Elrond proposes a novel mechanism called secure proof of stake, introducing a random selection of the consensus group, stake plus rating as a fitness function for Sybil attack prevention, and near-instant finality based on PBFT. To enable decentralized applications, Elrond is designed so that it is EVM and UASM compliant, supporting multiple smart contract languages and formal verification. Problem and solution. Elrond is creating a highly scalable public blockchain with adaptive state sharding and secure proof of stake. Let's debunk what is Elrond and how it aims to get adoption. In general, there are several ways in which blockchain and cryptocurrency developers are trying to improve transaction speed in the blockchain, and sharding is one such method. Sharding is a scaling technique inspired by traditional concepts of database optimization. Sharding divides the data into several pieces placed on different environments to be processed. In general, the more validators and shards, the more transactions the network can process. Elrond introduces a novel state sharding scheme, called adaptive state sharding, with a dynamic model that allows the network to adapt to population and demand changes without compromising security, availability and decentralization. Such architecture enables linear scalability, meaning that scalability of the network is designed to grow with the number of shards and nodes in the network. The obvious questions are, what are all these features about? How one can use Elrond? Elrond team has an answer to these questions, unlike a lot of other projects that propose outstanding, on paper, public good-alike solutions, that will eventually die missing use cases. Out of multiple theoretical use cases, we would like to choose 3 that will be applied to practice right after the mainnet launch. Decentralized exchanges. DEX is the most obvious use case for high-throughput blockchain since it needs to be faster and more secure than centralized competitors. Payments. Elrond has the Netopia Payments partnership. Netopia has around 400 M in annual turnover and 6,000 plus merchants. Just imagine the number of transactions that payment processor like Netopia needs to handle every day, even every hour. Team also recently mentioned that they are in talks regarding the partnership with a second payment processor from Switzerland. Peer-to-peer smart grid solution. Elrond working with Distributed System Research Laboratory on this. MVP. Elrond team has already showcased its prototype and opened their GitHub in November. The prototype was actually finished in July 2018, but because of serious limitations of Java, team has made a decision to rewrite everything from scratch in Go for the testnet. Testnet is yet to be opened to the public. The team states that they have achieved a 30x performance improvement. As per words of Elrond's team, their goal is to make such user interface that the average user will be able to set up a node in a few clicks. What we want to highlight here is that the whole development was self-funded by the team for more than 1.5 years. They literally did not open any funding rounds until they had concept validated and tested. Space in the market and competitive landscape. Elrond tackles a very competitive and saturated market of blockchain infrastructure projects like EOS, Zilliqa, Chain, and Quark Chain. All these competitors try to tackle the scalability issues and provide solutions that ensures a high TPS throughput while maintain relevant security levels. They are also going on another beaten path of the cross-chain interoperability, which is also tackled by many other projects such as Polkadot and Chain. It remains to be seen if the team will deliver a viable product that will take over the competition and integrate the network among the relevant blockchain infrastructure projects. Size of potential market. Elrond is looking to be a major player in a so-called big league of blockchain development, which is the high-throughput, sharding, and cross-chain interoperability sector. The need for a high throughput and low cost of data storage is at an all-time high. The project that will solve these issues and provide an open and easily interoperable chain will be one that will see massive adoption, therefore there is room for multiple possibilities. Blockchain advantage. Blockchain technology is an essential part of Elrond's network project. It is the main focus of this project as it aims to expand the blockchain infrastructure with its novel solution and provide a fast, scalable, and secure cryptocurrency and a high-throughput network. Need for custom token. The Elrond platform will utilize its own native token named Elrond, ERD. It will act as a low-cost, high-speed cryptocurrency that can be used to process a variety of transactions. ERD's functions will be primarily to govern the network, as the secured proof of stake requires nodes to hold significant amounts of EDR in order to drive the network and the consensus mechanism. The Elrond network will also operate a master node system which will reward EDR holders that stake their coins in order to help confirm transactions and regulate the system. Information about the total number of stake tokens required and return on staking is yet to be released. Precautionary measures. Elrond utilizes an improved proof-of-stake consensus algorithm, called secured proof of stake, in which consensus is achieved by random validator selection, eligibility through stake and rating, with an optimal dimension for the consensus group. They utilize a random number composed of multiple variable parameters to select the nodes in a shard group, thus preventing highly adaptive malicious attacks. After each epoch, 1/3 of the nodes from each shard are redistributed amongst other shards to further decrease the chance of malicious actions. Also, each node has a rating based on the honesty of its actions. The rating influences the chance of the node being selected in the consensus group. Decentralization. Elrond Network takes another step at the decentralization scale of the proof-of-stake mechanism by adding the randomness in it, thus they ensure that nodes are redistributed uniformly and non-deterministically across other shards. Furthermore, the network ensures that the consensus group is chosen fairly based on the rating of the nodes and other parameters that also ensure randomness, and also the signature of each block comprises of at least 2/3 plus 1 signatures of validators group, thus ensuring democratic governance in the consensus system. As described before, the reconfiguration of shards within epochs and the arbitrary selection of validators within rounds discourages the creation of unfair coalitions, diminishes the possibility of DDoS and bribery attacks while maintaining decentralization and a high transactions throughput. Storage and/or mining. Elrond will operate a consensus protocol that belongs to a class of gossip-based protocols and is supported by a novel proof-of-stake mechanism. The storage problem gets addressed by Elrond's team in the fact that a high-throughput network will lead to a distributed ledger that rapidly grows in size and increase bootstrapping costs, time plus storage. The costs are addressed in the Elrond solution by utilizing pruning algorithms, which can summarize the blockchain full state in a more condensed structure. The pruning mechanism is similar to the stable checkpoints in PBFT and compresses the entire ledger state. The network also takes on to improve the omniledger algorithm, by an adaptive approach on state sharding, a faster random selection of the consensus group and an improved security by replacing the validator set after every round, a few seconds, not after every epoch, one day. The system latency due to nodes being reshuffled between shards is addressed by distributing 1/3 of the eligible validators to other shards, thus ensuring a level of randomness and security, along with no temporary network liveness penalties. Elrond uses Belair and Nevin multi-signature scheme, which eliminates one communication round in the signing algorithm because no proof of possession is needed. However, the high security level is still maintained. Contribution for the blockchain economy. The team behind Elrond proposes a fast, secure, and highly scalable blockchain network that will be able to process a number of 10,000 TPS per second and support a large number of dApps. While there is a large amount of competition in this space, all aiming for high-throughput networks, an estimated 10,000 dApps will be in operation by 2020 and the blockchain industry will only move forward to mass adoption. Elrond's proposition can add considerable value to the blockchain infrastructure space, by utilizing novel protocols and consensus mechanisms, and pushing the limits of proof of stake and sharding. This, coupled with the fact that one of Elrond's focus is on the cross-chain interoperability, puts the project in a position to become a leading force in blockchain development. Technology. The white paper covers most of Elrond's technological aspects, explaining the novel consensus model, the adaptive state sharding mechanism, the cryptographic layer, bootstrapping and storage issues, and are going into details about how the network is improving or developing from the ground certain aspects that can be found in competitors' projects. Furthermore, the white paper presents how security issues like Sybil attack, rogue key attack, nothing at stake are tackled, how malicious behavior is prevented, and how privacy is achieved. Tokenomics and token sale. Total amount of tokens, 20 billion ERD. Tokens for sale, 8 billion ERD, 40%. Total hard cap, $4,750,000 US. Conclusion: we definitely bet on Elrond to be one of the most interesting projects this season. The team, despite not consisting of C-level executives from international corporations, has something that is much more important: blockchain industry expertise. These people are real, they work every day together in the office and they are doing it for a bigger amount of time than some of the already tradable projects that have not delivered anything despite raising millions. Elrond did not open any funding rounds until they had concept validated and tested, which 1.5 years of self-funded development. This has been said, we are excited for the future updates of Elrond. Our rating will be reviewed closer to the mainnet launch and public sale. Website, https://elrond.com/